Okay, VigilantSpectre sent out a thing that said, hey, tell us who you are as a gun owner. So these are just some photos and some things, and I'll talk through it. Yeah, there's some pretty embarrassing photos of me in different stages of life. I grew up in upstate New York. None of my family members owned firearms. I was basically into sports, and we had an average upper middle class family. After high school I joined the military after some family issues, but I've been all over the world. I've served my country for 20 years. I've been to places that most people maybe don't want to go, or maybe wish they could go to. My life has turned in many different directions, and some good and some bad, some a little crazy. I've had a Navy career that a lot of people, I don't know, pretty interesting. After I got out of the military, I started going into YouTube a little bit more, and thought that YouTube was interesting. I got to see how people do the thing. You see other pictures of me and my wife. Actually, we divorced after my deployment to Iraq. That was a real hard time for me, as you can see. No communication at all, and then divorced when I got back. But again, I've been a proponent of safety, and then wanted to pick up a hobby. So I owned a shotgun since 1994, I think, when I bought my Mossberg. I've reached out to members of the community, in the gun community, to find out, to expand my knowledge. I live in Florida, and this is one of the worst days. But yeah, I decided to go on YouTube and build my first AR, and I reached out to a lot of members of the community as well, and the response of building my own really brought me out. I am very excited about having built my own AR-15. I have a small channel, but I try to diversify, and not just guns, but I do cooking and grilling, and I do support videos for people, and but guns, basically, I consider myself a pretty responsible person. I will stand on my 20-year naval career and say that you don't do 20 years in the Navy if you're not a semi-responsible person. I guess you can, but for me, I have a career that spanned a long time. I think I did a service to my country, and as a member of the greatest nation in the world, I have a right, and that right is, one of those rights is the Second Amendment. So why do I have guns? Why do I want to have guns? It's a right to have. I find myself a responsible person. I have the right to defend myself, and I've done some videos to support the Second Amendment as well, and also recognizing some other YouTubers. My AR, my shotgun, and my PX4 Storm, right now that's all I have, but that's quite a lot, I think. I don't see an end to my like for firearms, but it is a right that I have, and I think everybody should express their rights. A lot of things on my YouTube channels that I do are me as a new guy talking, asking questions, about ammunition, about different parts, a lot of different things, but whether or not I feel I'm deserving enough, I think I am. I think that to be a gun owner, you have to have a lot of creative enthusiasm, and also respect for your fellow man, which I think I do. My neighbors, I might not be that outgoing and having block parties and stuff like that, and cookouts and inviting people over, but I do feel that I'm a responsible American. For somebody who's been all over the world and seen different cultures, I think that me owning a firearm is, I consider myself a very good candidate, not just because of my responsibility in life, but because I have a nature about me. My last actual job in the service was as a safety coordinator for an aircraft carrier flight deck, and that's kind of a different kind of job. Everybody has their own opinions, but basically I took it upon myself to make that job the biggest job I could make it. Look out for my fellow man and my shipmates, and I do the same. So the VigilantSpectre, he asked us to tell us about what type of person you are as far as being an owner of a firearm, a member of the community of firearms and guns. I'm just a regular guy. I'm a guy that I respect firearms for what they can do. There was some apprehension in building my own. I'd say 70% of it. I do believe that firearms aren't for everybody. I think there are some people out there that probably shouldn't own a firearm. Their temperament, their mentality, whatever you want to call it. But I do think that if you are somebody that can overcome that and be responsible and safe, that you probably should own a firearm. It's a great hobby, lifestyle, protection, whatever you want to call it. But it is something that I think all Americans should do. And that's the kind of firearm owner I am. So, probably a boring video, but that's what it is.